Hey everybody, how's it going? Chris here, aka Doc and Howlett, here to show you a little bit of a Christmas haul and a bunch of comic books I was able to pick up before year's end. So, that's where you fit a couple of the reindeer that fell off the roof when Santa was delivering presents.
Zombie boots.
Logan and I love popcorn.
What is it? A Mario game. Here you go. Mario memory game. You know, Ninja Turtle puzzle. What's that?
It is Michelangelo.
Michelangelo Ninja Turtle, right.
A chair to sit on.
Good.
It's my tent.
Your tent, your bed tent, Spider-Man bed tent. Open it up. What is it?
It's a new game.
A 3DS?
Uh-oh, it's not working.
Okay, show the games then. Okay, what's that one?
It's Mario.
Okay, load it up.
Pull the switch. Yeah. Pull the switch. Pull the switch.
My gifts, a couple things here. Got these watercolor pencils, so you put it on the paper, then you spread your water on it. New way of using watercolors. Got the watercolor pad and a bunch of watercolor brushes. A Superman house coat, and some Big Bang Theory Bazinga pants. And please, no crotch jokes that end in a punctuated bazinga. Also, what I got was some money to put towards a Nintendo Wii U. So I have $100 here right now. That's going to go in a savings. Going to put it in my Mario hat, saving up for the Nintendo Wii U. Now moving on to the last bit of comic books that I got for the end of 2012. I got some ordered, but unfortunately haven't been able to come in till past the New Year. But these are the last pile of books that I was able to get before the end of 2012. I was able to find this. It was actually still wrapped when I got it. Haven't watched it yet, but this is a 2001 release of Wonder Woman that has 2 episodes of Wonder Woman from 1979, The Richest Man in the World, and A Date with Doomsday. So let's start with some of the older ones from the one comic book shop, same place I got the Wonder Woman VHS. I was able to find a 3rd printing of The Dark Knight Returns, so it would have been nice to find a 1st printing for as cheap, but yeah, really great. Got to find the rest of those. Here is number 3 annual, John Carter, Warlord of Mars. Next 2 I actually picked up thinking of a person in the comic book community that hasn't been around for a while, and I may send these to him. That is Punisher Warzone. This is John Romita Jr. art with a die-cut cover. It's all cut out right here. Then this is Marvel Tales, starring Spider-Man Punisher. This is a reprint of the first appearance of Punisher in Spider-Man 129. A 30th anniversary edition here of Spider-Man. This is issue number 26 with a nice hologram cover, embossed and die cut. So everywhere where you see the silver, that's where it's cut out. This is Shadowhawk 2, issue number 1. And I don't actively collect this group of characters, but it's still, I think, worthy to pick up. It has a pretty good following in the comic book community, and an older edition like this I thought would be something great to have in the collection. And that is The Inhumans. This is a Marvel graphic novel from the 80s, I think it was 82, 83, something like that, magazine, and is actually really beautiful on the inside, hardly scuffed up on the outside. Pretty good, but beautiful, like it was just come off the press. Now some comic books that I got from a comic book store in the city, plus some stuff I ordered online, coming from mycomicshop.com. First, they gave me the free calendar, so that is great. The 2013 calendar. A lot of few things coming out great. A lot of pictures from the Marvel Now. And actually, Savage Wolverine is coming out. Frank Cho art. Hopefully that's going to be a good series. And I've been kind of thinking about this 700 page, maybe not, depending on what the price is. if it's really going to be worth it, but really cool. And now into some of the newer comic books here. So I got 2 copies of issue number 1 of Thunderbolts, got the blank variant, because I think it'd be a good excuse if I go to a convention in the 2013 here. I like the Red Hulk, so hopefully I can get somebody to sketch a Red Hulk on there. And it came as the same price as a regular one. Same with this one, is a variant, but I was able to pick it up for the same price as the regular cover, $2.99 I think it was. Here's issue number 2 of Thunderbolts. I really kind of like the premise. Really couldn't judge it on the first issue, but starting with second, it's getting a lot better, I think. Avengers, I have here issue number 1 and 2, which are connecting covers, so that's really cool, and I believe issue number 3 at least also connects. So this one is kind of neat. I think I'm going to keep following it. Great artwork, and there's one little plot point that is like that of Giant Size X-Men number 1, is where they go to investigate a problem. One member of the team escapes, the rest are held captive, and they're actually held captive in a plant, I don't know, plants are holding them in prison. And of course there's other bad guys controlling those plants, but so one escapes, and then they go away to collect other superheroes, Avengers, to come and rescue them. So that's a little bit like a plot point in Giant Size X-Men number 1, where Krakoa held captive the rest of the X-Men, and Cyclops was the only one able to get away, and then he went and got new members of X-Men to come and rescue him. So, yeah. I thought that plot point was just kind of neat. So, Avengers 1 and 2. I have Captain America number 2. And already got 1, so this was okay, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep following it. Might follow the first story arc. Yeah, but John Romita artwork, and yeah, Dean White's doing the colors. Really like the colors on the cover. Dean White is also, I think, was he doing the colors on this one too? I can't remember. Anyways, here's Indestructible Hulk. It's another really good one with artwork by, Lino Yu. That's really great artwork. And the story, I'm enjoying it so far as well too. So the only one so far I haven't been enjoying as much on the Marvel now is the Captain America. I like the least, and I still have to check out some of the other Iron Man issues. Number 3, haven't read it yet, but I think it's really neat that the cover is actually basically the first panel of the comic book, and in the original graphic novel and miniseries or whatever back then, that they had issues like that where the cover was actually the first. The cover was the first panel. You opened up, it continued from there, or it just kind of panned out from that panel. So that's kind of cool. 4 of The Comedian, issue number 5 of The Minutemen, $6.99 of Spider-Man. Waiting on issue number 700 coming in the mail. That one's going to be pretty spectacular, and I've been avoiding reading or listening to anything about Spider-Man 700 until I read it. Picked up 2 copies here of Hellboy. Finally is coming. Hellboy in Hell. Here's the regular cover, and on the back of this one it actually has a panel of Hellboy the Fury issue number 3 where he actually died. So that's the regular cover, and really great issue. Mignola returning to artwork on his own creation there. And here is the variant, costed the same as the regular cover. There you go. Last, and one of the best pieces of artwork I have seen all year, and a great story as well. Here is Frankenstein, Alive, Alive. I was able to pick up issue number 1 and 2, and I'm very highly anticipating issue number 3. It's amazing artwork, great storyline. Loved how it all was put together, and I actually prefer the black and white works rather than the color covers, but nonetheless, really awesome. And then they really stepped it up here also with issue number 2, where they actually made the oval and like the filigree stuff all more of a shiny metal, same with the name and everything. So really great how they presented this comic book, really great story by Steve Niles, a really great artwork, of course, by Bernie Wrightson. So I can see why everybody in the community who had picked up the first issue when it came out was just really excited and going crazy waiting for issue number 2, because it's just awesome. But you can forgive Wrightson for taking so long in the issue because it is just amazing, true masterpiece of artwork. And nobody has ever said anything about the storyline. Like the selling point of this comic book was just it's Bernie F. Wrightson. So, but just give you guys who haven't read it yet and was wondering about picking it up, I highly recommend it. But this is basically a continuation of the 1983 Marvel graphic novel, which illustrated the original Mary Shelley Frankenstein. And so this continues from there, and Frankenstein's monster is trying to kill himself. There's a few scenes where he's haunted by his creator, Victor Frankenstein, and eventually he has a few deaths, and eventually comes into meeting, I think his name is Dr. Ingalls, and learns to read more. He shows him his library, his laboratory. It's really cool. It's narrated by the monster. It's like he's reading his own memoirs. In the beginning, also, it shows him in a freak circus. So it's just kind of really neat, him telling how kind of his story throughout the ages. It's actually really, really good. Highly recommend it if you haven't gotten it yet. Really great. Also, the covers are done in the likeness of a hardcover that was put out of the original Frankenstein by Dark Horse. Eventually made a hardcover edition of it. So if you really like Frankenstein Alive, go back, try to get the '83 Marvel illustrated novel, or get the Dark Horse hardcover that redid the Marvel one. And like I say again, the Dark Horse one actually has the oval on it and is more presented in the likes of this, or this is in the likes of that actually. But yeah, there you go. That's that, you guys. Probably taking on too long. Oh, actually, I'll just end too. Also, I was able to put another $80 worth of bottles in here, so I have about $120 in my piggy bank for my comic book saving there as well. Yeah, so I think that's about that. Hope you guys had a great Christmas with your family, and I wish you all
Happy New Year!
See you guys. Bye.